In the time of King Herod, after Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea, wise men from the east came to Jerusalem asking, "Where is the child who has been born King of the Jews? For we observed his star at its rising, and we have come to pay him homage." When King Herod heard this, he was frightened, and all Jerusalem with him. And calling together all the chief priests and scribes of the people, he inquired of them where the Messiah was to be born. They told him, "In Bethlehem of Judea, for so it has been written by the prophet. And you, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, are by no means least among the rulers of Judah, for from you shall come a ruler who is to shepherd my people Israel." Then Herod secretly called for the wise men and learned from them the exact time when the star had appeared. Then he sent them to Bethlehem, saying, "Go and search diligently for the child. And when you have found him, bring me word so that I may also go and pay him homage." When they had heard the king, they set out, and there ahead of them went the star that they had seen at its rising, until it stopped over the place where the child was. When they saw that the star had stopped, they were overwhelmed with joy. On entering the house, they saw the child with Mary, his mother, and they knelt down and paid him homage. Then opening their treasure chests, they offered him gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And having been warned in a dream not to return to Herod, they left for their own country by another road. This is the gospel of Christ.
Praise to you, O Christ.
We heard about the three wise men coming to bring special gifts from a very different part of the world. I'm just going to put my notes on the side. Did you receive any gifts recently? Maybe at Christmas, did you get a present? Anything special? What kinds of stuff did you get? Lego? A great toy. They don't know it, but I stole some of their Christmas presents to show you. You might have gotten toys. Did you see it? Did you get a doll or anything like that maybe from Santa? Yeah. Maybe a video game or something like that? Did you get a video game? Right on. Oh, really? What kind of system do you have? Do you have a Wii? Or a Wii? Yeah. It's kind of fun, right?
We got a couple of Wii's from Santa too.
Wii games? Yeah. Maybe did you get a book? No? This is kind of a nice book. It's got nice pictures and retellings of Bible stories and so on. When the wise men came, and this is a long time ago, when Jesus was still young, when he was still a child, the wise men visited, and they brought very special gifts. Did they bring candy canes? Probably not candy canes. But they brought, what we hear are gold, frankincense, and myrrh. This is probably the only gold I have, but gold's very shiny and precious metal, and we often see it on rings and wedding bands. Frankincense and myrrh are kind of like this. They're very fragrant, and then they're used more in embalming and stuff, but we won't get into that. But this is a very fancy perfume. I want to talk to you about some other kinds of gifts, maybe a little bit different than your Christmas gifts of toys or books or video games or Lego, maybe a kind of gift where we might give to other people things that we just need for living. And I know Maureen's very familiar with this catalog. Have you seen that maybe around the church? Or that picture? People out there have seen it? Look at the kinds of gifts. It says gifts right on the front here. Look at the kinds of gifts that you can give for people in other parts of the world. A pair of goats. Can you imagine getting a pair of goats as a gift? But they're very helpful to people in other parts of the world because you can sometimes get milk from them. Or if you have 2 goats, sometimes you can have kid goats, and then it provides food for the table. Or a soccer ball and pump. Other kinds of gifts include a well for a community, because sometimes people don't have access to fresh drinking water, which is kind of hard to imagine here, isn't it? Because you turn on the tap, there's the water, but that's not the case everywhere. Where's the one I want to show you? There's one about teaching, here it is, training for teachers. So you can help somebody get training to be a teacher to help teach other people. Again, that's something we don't really think about, do we? We just go to school, and the teachers are there, and they know what they need to know to teach us, right? Isn't that special? So those are very special kinds of gifts that you can think about, if you like. Would you like to take that? You can take it if you like, and you can look through it and see what there is there. And that's the organization I work for, and those are the kinds of gifts that we're able to help people provide to other people in the world.